Jesus Christ is the greatest reality of eternity. Let me repeat that again. Jesus Christ is not only the greatest reality in the history of mankind and in the universe, but Jesus Christ is the greatest reality in eternity. God not only creating us, but also becoming one of us in the person of Jesus Christ, being both God and man, perfect God and perfect man, so that we can learn more about God, but also more about the man, including, obviously, us. Now, when I was growing up, most of my childhood, I was born and raised in Yugoslavia, which at that time was a communist country. And I remember very well, throughout all the years in school, how much of an effort they made to teach us that Jesus Christ is a myth. Jesus Christ is not real. It's just a story. It's for stupid people, ignorant people, uneducated people. Even though the ones teaching about Jesus Christ were the most educated people in the country. I'm talking about our bishops, most of whom have at least one PhD. They've been educated in so many different fields. But let's put that aside. In the history of mankind, Jews have Jesus in their writings, historic. Muslims have Jesus in their writings, historic. Roman historians have Jesus in their writings. Isn't that enough to assure us that Jesus is real? Jesus did happen. And then in addition to that, we have 12 apostles, the closest to him, of whom all except one gave their life for Christ. One would not give their life just like that. One has to be absolutely sure why they're giving their life in order to do so. These apostles were different kind of people. Some were uneducated but wise. Others were educated and very educated, the most educated. Others were wise and educated, and on and on and on. All of them except one gave their life for what they witnessed and they experienced, gave their life for Christ. This is not including thousands of Christians throughout the ages, especially until the beginning of the 4th century. Thousands of Christians who offered their life for what they believed, not because they were crazy or some part of some kind of a cult, but because they witnessed the reality of the power of Jesus Christ and the church that he established in the miracles that they witnessed, and obviously the love that they have experienced. So Jesus Christ is very real, despite what the communists that I grew up with were preaching, and despite, unfortunately, I have to say, despite what even to this day, and I've noticed this the past few decades, quite a few years now, here in the West, in America, in the so-called Christian country, this same perspective is given to people through movies, through books, through games, in every and any way. The same thing is being applied as it was when I was growing up in communism. Jesus is not real. Christianity is just a bunch of nice rules about a good life, but you can do whatever, and so on and so forth. In fact, God is not real. We don't even need them even if he was real, and on and on and on. Jesus Christ is the greatest reality in eternity.